What's going on, guys? We're going to discuss Google Ads account structure today. So if you're an agency, typically you'll have one level above this. It'll be your MCC account or your managed account. Then below that, you'll have your actual client's account. So typically one business is going to have one account. You don't need to have multiple Google Ads accounts, unless maybe you're a franchise. Now, when it comes to your campaigns, typically you might just run one campaign or you could have multiple campaigns. For example, if you're a heating and cooling company that does plumbing, you might separate the services on a campaign level where heating and cooling is one campaign and plumbing is another. You could also group them all into one campaign and then have separate ad groups for each service. The problem that sometimes you'll run into when you do that is, let's say you assign a budget of $100, and I don't know, for that example, heating and cooling has a lot more traffic in that area at that time than plumbing. Then the heating and cooling ad group might outperform the plumbing, meaning the majority of your traffic is going to go to that, and you're not getting enough traffic on the plumbing. So typically, in like scenarios like that, you might just separate them so they're not competing with each other. So from that level, you'll have multiple ad groups. Typically, the ad groups are going to be something that's categorized as far as like a service. So, for example, your heating and cooling company only, maybe group A is AC related, AC repairs, and group B is AC installation, or it could be, furnace repairs. So typically you're going to want to make your ad groups relevant to the actual search, right? You don't want somebody typing like AC repair and you pop up for furnace installation. And then at the same time, though, you really don't want your ad to be very generic and just say local HVAC. You really want it to try to be as relevant to the search as possible, because that's going to drive your click-through rate up, which in turn is going to drive your quality scores. It's also going to drive more conversions because you're getting relevant traffic. So from an ad group, you're going to have additional keywords. Those keywords are going to be the phrases that people search for when they're on Google that are going to make your ad appear. You can also put negative keywords on the campaign level, or you could do it on an account level as well. From there, you're also going to run multiple ads. So you might have, 3, 4, 5 different variations of ads. They might say all the same thing, but with just slightly different headlines or different descriptions or assets that are connected to it. So it's really going to vary, but typically you're going to have at least 2 or 3 ads per ad group. From there, you're going to send your traffic either to a website, to a landing page, or it might be a call only ad. Typically, landing pages are going to outperform a website because the landing page is designed to drive conversions, where a website is typically designed to drive information for people to gather. So you might also have multiple variations of this. So technically, this photo is slightly wrong because you could run an experiment, or a server test where you're doing A/B testing. Let's say you design the exact same landing page, but you made one blue and one red, and you can run the test for 30 days to determine, which one is driving more conversions or more phone calls to the business. And that's really it. So as far as the Google Ads account structure, hopefully that clears everything up, and we'll dive into more detail in a future video.